And it worked. Getting the hang of this thing. Something's gonna have to break soon because it's working too well.
Facts.
Falling behind. I don't have everything open yet.
Slacker.
I'm just only got Sirenscape not opened, which is being remedied as we speak.
I don't even have Sirenscape open yet. It's fine.
It's
But there's music playing.
It be doing what it want to do, my friend. That
Okay.
just means that I probably didn't stop it last time, so it just persistently plays forever. Let's go and stop it. Because we all know what music needs to be playing right now.
Battle Town.
There's only one correct answer. But hey, this is episode 19 of Adventures from Amethil, which is pretty fucking exciting. And of course, TikTok Live has an update, so I can't go live on TikTok just yet. That's always good. Which is fine because the wrong thing was showing anyways. There we go. Okay, so we'll be good when that decides to pop up. Anywho's, so I don't think there's anything really housekeeping-wise notable. Oh shit, there is. I lied. Everybody leveled up at the end of last session, so that's cool. I probably should put like levels on here. I'm like looking at the UI and it doesn't say what level anybody is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Especially if we start multi-classing.
Yeah.
Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hint,
I'll have
hint.
to figure
Nudge,
that out.
nudge, wink, wink.
Yeah,
I think I could just put it on the
two. Not next level, but the level after that is when the multi-classing starts for me.
Okay. So I have.
I'm getting close. I'm getting close. I don't know yet.
So I'll probably update the character sheet, the little sliding character sheet, and I'll just move the top row of stats down, and then above that, just have a little ribbon that says like,
Level blah, blah.
yeah, fighter 5, and then if you multi-class, I could do like fighter 5 / druid 1. I don't know why you do that multi-class, but
Don't
It's
worry
an
about
interesting
it.
multi-class.
hey, it's all about the
31 months for Adam.
Throwing hands for trees.
Cleric multi-class into a monk.
That could be dope.
It would be
That's-
cool.
I think that was Bassett.
Was it?
But not, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I can. Oh, that's a druid. Never mind. That's wrong one I was looking at.
I think I took a single point in life for the extra heals. On
Yeah.
like everything. 'Cause that's all you need.
Yeah, I could monk.
I would always recommend monk for anyone.
Monk's fun.
Monk is fun.
All right, cool. So now we're live on TikTok. We're live on Twitch. Twitch is where all the interactions are at. So like, do with that information as you will. On that note, who would like to do recap? That is a big old D20.
No.
Yes, it is.
I could do it again.
I could do it. Depends who wants it.
All right. Megan,
Okay.
Sin, both of you roll for it. Whoever gets the higher number does it.
Okay, what now?
Really? Now you both alternate, taking turns, word for word.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get a 4.
Yeah.
All right. So last session opened us up with us looking down a cliff face, seeing a couple individuals in front of the pirate cove that was previously abandoned but is now showing activity. We had been informed that this was a possible location for the captured religious figure Josiah, and after some scouting by Desmond's familiar Ava, we were able to figure out a clear path down and see that these individuals had orange bandanas on, indicating that they were from a mercenary gang called the Wild Orchids, which are notorious for being brutal, taking the jobs that most people won't, because they are very much so get your hands dirty. They are fine with things like, kidnapping, murder, what have you. Or, so rumors state. We, after Desmond returns to his senses from seeing through his familiar's eyes, we explain who these individuals are and start talking about preparing for, just in case things go sideways, being able to fight them. And we decide we're going to rest for the night so Thrain can figure out what he needs to have available to him spell-wise. This kind of makes Desmond a little suspicious, as we're going off of not anything that any of us have truly seen, but just what we have heard of for these wild orchid individuals being not so savory. And considering the way he sees us going at it, he feels this is against everything we've taught him, and he leads the way to start the conversation, which he kind of starts in a very like, hey, yo, we're the cops, mind if we look around sort of way. And the Wild Orchids are like, yeah, we mind. Please leave. Nell goes, all right, what about for 2 platinum? Can we look in your base? Thanks. And so one of them finally agrees to that. At first is like, all right, but you got to knock us out first. And Nell's like, nah, because if we knock you out, that's going to instantly make your friends aggressive to us when we walk through the front door. We're not going to piss off the Wild Orchids for no reason. The guy's like, oh, so you do know who we are? Like, yeah, we do. After a bit of back and forth, he eventually agrees to let us go in and have a look around. We do. In there are just a bunch of guys doing some botany. There's flowers, or nice orange flowers that are used for stuff. And everybody's kind of on alert watching us walk through, and they're like, yep, see, we're just doing some flower stuff. Ain't no kidnapped peoples here. Don't worry about it. And we come to a little lake in the cave, and we're like, what's on the other side of that path there? And they're like, we don't go over there. Why are the sconces lit then? And so we go to investigate that. And on the other side of the pond thing is a big motherfucker and some caged individuals. I think it was called an Anoroctu or something like that this thing we saw was, that had the bottom half of him looking like a standard bro. That was definitely previously a Wild Orchid individual, and the top half was fiendish in nature and had horns and looked not great, but was kind of behind this, locked within this room with these individuals that were caged by a sigil on the floor. So we had to beat the ever-living shit out of him, because each round he regained his health a little bit, so we had to keep fighting against the regaining of health. That was fun. While Roderick was trying to make it across the pond thing, he gets sucked in by a current and goes under the water for a minute. Oh, that was good. But he made it on the other side. We take down this mother trucker, go through and free these individuals in the cages, which are, in fact, Josiah and 2 other missing religious figures that we had heard of previous. The Wild Orchids themselves had basically said they didn't have a choice in being a part of the deal they were in that got them into this. But when we came out with the people, they were still definitely aggroed, and they were firing arrows at us across this little pond thing. And as we went to run the other direction, we were firing back, including Thrain using his spiritual weapon to knock down some stalactites onto them, and Roderick taking some good shots, and Nell using their arrow catching shield to save some asses. It's pretty cool. We make our way into this lovely cave, which we are told by our captured friends, previously captured friends that we have freed, is about a day and a half's walk back to Durien. And it's not a big tunnel, but we're going to do our best to rest when we can and move when we can, and we end up making our way there to the end finally. And I don't quite remember. I think that was where we ended it at. Well, we're going, okay. No, it wasn't where we ended it.
We made it to Durian sewers. We were about to climb up. Desmond gave Josiah the 2 potions and his dread mask, and we're about to make our way back to the castle with Josiah in disguise.
Got it. So I was basically there. I just didn't have the finite details of about to make the run.
Yep. So that's perfect. So that's where we ended it. And 2 things that I promised from last time. One is that thanks to one of the interactions from last week, Desmond gets a minor blessing at the start of this. So Desmond, go ahead and please roll on the minor blessing table.
Fitting.
So there you go.
That's very fitting.
So once per long rest, you can cast Pass Without a Trace, and it won't cost any spell slots. I know that spell slots you just doubled yours, so like you're not even worried about spell slots this time. But nice little bonus you get. And any of these blessings, they will be active for the entire session.
I forgot to look at my cantrip that leveled up at level 5.
And just so we all don't forget that they are there, we do have 2 golden D20s.
Correct. Thank you. Which hopefully, by the next time we play, it'll be right in your face, so you don't even have to worry about guessing.
2d8, 2d12. Level 5. Cool.
Second thing that I promised is, because we're on a time limit of how long this potion lasts, that we're going to start off on a little bit of a chase scene. So, as you all... So before I start, the potion that you gave Josiah allows him to alter his look, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was the speedy one, right?
Yep.
So he can move 10 faster, he can alter his look. And then you also gave him the mask, which basically enshrouds his entire face.
Mm-hmm.
So for all intents and purposes, like, no one should be able to identify that this is Josiah walking with you all. I mean, for anybody else's information, this could be just another member of the Eclipsean Order.
Sure.
So,
he does have, like, a Eclipsean Order tabard on and, like, a fucking diaper, because we didn't really have pants for him.
in a diaper.
That's all we could do was tie it around there.
We gave him some of Thrain's other clothes.
Yes.
I thought we said that wasn't going to fit him pants-wise because of his weight.
It's not, but when he drinks the thing, so it would make sense for him to move to a smaller race so he would fit it.
Okay.
So, for logic's sake, if he's been given a dwarf's clothes, he's probably going to drink the potion and then turn into a dwarf. I need John. Give me a D4, please. Okay. That's a good roll, but an interesting roll all in one. And then Adam, give me a D6, please.
Okay.
So you got probably one of the better combinations you could have got. So I'm looking at Durien split into quadrants. Third quadrant would be bottom right, which would be like the East Walk area. So like where all the all the guild halls are and things like that. And then 5 would be like if we're looking at a clock. Every die roll being 2, so think about 10 o'clock, which means that you guys are in like the
in the artisan guild.
yeah. Well, so it's actually where the sewer drain is directly behind the artisan guild. So in the East Walk, if you're looking at the map, there's like those 6 identical buildings. They're up on a plateau that raises above the city. It kind of looks down on the city, both figuratively and metaphorically, right? So it looks down on the city there. And then the Artisans Guild is directly below that. So right against that plateau and the Artisans Guild, there is a large drain hole that basically any of the water that washes off that top plateau can drain down into there. That's where you all are coming out of.
Sorry, I'm trying to imagine where you're saying it. So is it like here-ish?
No, opposite side of that.
So like near.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Not a bad place.
No, very good place. How the hell do you ping?
The ping mode
If
button.
you have the toggle toolbar down, it's the one that looks like a target.
Okay, I thought there was a way you could click and do it, like hold control or something. Okay, control middle click, I think. Unless it's just doing that because I'm in this mode. I think it's just doing it because I was in that mode. Whatever. So yeah, so right there. So you guys actually are really, really close. And really, with all things considered, you should be able to make it in the 10 minutes pretty easily. So
Yeah.
it could be a very anticlimactic chase scene.
So if we would, say gotten like 2, 3, would that put us like right here?
2, 3.
Should have
Yeah,
been-
no, it would actually put you by the fountain at the end of the road. It would have put you like right there.
It also feels like it makes sense that we are where we are because that means they were able to get him out of the church and to the sewers so quickly.
Yep. So for the chase, what we'll do is we're just gonna count to see if anybody just
Really
critically
messes
fucks
it
this
up.
Yeah. So instead of it being like a 10-round slog or anything like that, describe for me what everybody's role in this reverse smuggling job is going to be. Unless you guys are thinking like, hey, we're just going to go out there and walk casual.
Should we just walk casual? The different we move, the more attention we would draw to us.
I think Desmond would try to walk faster than the group to get them to open the gates.
What time is it in-game?
Preemptively.
It would be like midday by the time you guys get there.
Okay.
So Desmond,
So
you're
it's
gonna,
pretty obvious.
so Desmond, you're
but-
gonna get there first and let them know you're coming.
Yeah, try to get the gates open preemptively so we don't have to wait for the single person to do all that.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. You could do your little special poofy doof to get as far as you can.
Yeah.
If you want, of course.
If everyone's walking, Desmond's just gonna like jog.
Yeah.
What about now?
So I'm just thinking it through. I know that since these individuals were chained naked, Nell had said that they gave their fancy outfit coat dress to the woman that we had. I know that we gave Thurien's extra clothes to Josiah. I remember the coat from Roderick giving his coat at the very least. Do we have spare pants to give religious figure number 3? Whose name I
If he's got the
seem to
coat
forget.
like bundled up, it should be not
Yeah,
too
Okay.
obvious.
I haven't. Yeah,
And I feel like they wouldn't just be flaunting everything, walking through Durien.
I mean, they could just helicopter their way over.
Right. There's got it open in the front. They're just walking all proud.
Mhm. Not a issue. But there's also the option that I know that he was given that minor blessing for pass without a trace. I also just have the ability to pass without a cast pass without a trace. So we've had a long rest. I can just keep up with you.
We have not had a long rest.
You have not.
You have, yeah. Oh, I gotta turn that down.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was
Very-
a better sound, but it's just not.
yeah.
So, just to make it even less of a potential people looking at things, it's a range of self, one action, veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection for the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity, stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. Just so it's a little less like people might look. Nell is going to take a deep breath, concentrate a bit, and become more one with the shadows for pass without a trace to do its thing.
And who all are you casting it on?
Well, I'm assuming this would have been something that got mentioned. Nell is at the very least going to do the 3 religious figures who don't really want to be identified.
Okay.
I'm sure they don't want to be known for this potentially as well, as Josiah, because they don't look good regardless of them having clothes on.
Right.
So for their privacy's sake, but does anybody else want it in a group? I don't really think Durien, Roderick, Desmond, I don't think any of you want it. I kind of have to put it on myself, but
I mean, never hurts if you have extra, but
yeah, I mean it's
not intentionally hiding, but by just
yeah.
not
But it's
noticed.
each creature I choose, so I can do all of us, but it's not necessary. But
Don't need it.
exactly.
We're fine.
All right. What is Roderick going to be doing?
Just bringing up the rear, and just kind of like casually checking behind him every once in a while, just to see if we're getting pursued.
Okay. And what about Thureen?
If Desmond's gonna take off, I'll be up front, just blocking as much as I can. As much as I'm shorter, I mean, I'm stockier.
I mean, there's not going to be much to see at this point with the plus 10 bonus to stealth for our friends who are all just kind of walking somewhat normal at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got Josiah right after Thrain, you got two little stocky dwarfy boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So, Desmond, are you just gonna jog ahead, or are you gonna actually like blip?
No, you wouldn't do that.
Okay. All right. For this first round here, let's go ahead and Desmond, go ahead and give me an athletics. Thrain. I don't even know what you would call that. Thrain, give me a roll that you think would be appropriate for what you would be doing.
Just roll something.
Deception.
Who are you deceiving?
Good point. Yeah. I'm just starting to think. I'm like, would that work?
Talk me out of it.
You failed your deception roll.
I'm gonna.
Damn!
Yeah. I'll take that. We're not playing those games today, Dice.
Yes.
I'm sure I just did that wrong again because I don't remember how I was supposed to do it.
Click on the magnifying glass first.
Right. Okay, yep. And then I press the one that looks like myself with the sparklies.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool.
What do I roll
guess
here?
Go ahead and give me a
Stealth?
roll. Yep. Otherwise, it'd be a waste.
Even with my disadvantage. Haha.
It didn't even add the 10.
Yeah, it did not add my 10.
Nice.
Why didn't it add the 10 though?
I don't know.
Pass without a trace. All it does is just say pass without a trace. It doesn't even fucking say that it. The way that they automate the stuff in Fantasy Grounds, top tier sometimes. All right, and
What am I rolling? I don't know.
So you're just blocking the way. You're just fucking.
I'm not even
there.
doing that. I'm just walking, just beating the pack.
Give me a athletics then, I guess.
Okay.
He stumbled.
Good job.
All right, so we got a fail, 2 passes, 3 passes, a fail. And let's also do 3 stealth rolls for our NPCs, who I'm assuming you gave the buff to as well.
Those were who got past without a trace.
Perfect. Okay. So far so good. So, Desmond, you climb out of the sewers, and immediately as you start moving your way through this area, you see people from the guild that you have seen before, and you're like, what if they saw me come out of the sewers? And all of a sudden you start having these thoughts about you being associated with someone that mingles in sewers, which totally fucks up everything that you're doing. So you're jogging and like you're not moving at the pace that you wanted to, and you're in your head.
Tolkien stops for a second, looks down, changes his clothes, cleans himself off, then he starts moving again.
Meanwhile, Thrain, as you come up not too far after Desmond and start heading your way through there, you're doing your best to try to like walk in front and keep pace, and like you can't quite get your pacing down the way that you want to do it. So like you're making everybody behind you stop a little bit, and then you start moving a little bit faster, and then when you look back, you don't feel like you're at the right distance. So that kind of messes with you a little
Overthinking
bit.
the walk casually thing.
Yeah.
When you
Like,
think someone's watching you walk, so you start walking all stupid.
yeah, exactly.
Nothing
So-
quite like when after the doctor's listening to your breath and telling you to breathe deep, and then like, okay, now breathe normally, and you're like, how do I breathe normally?
What does that mean?
Like, I have such a hard time after that. We're like, okay, breathe normally. No, we're still on manually breathing, actually.
I forgot.
All the while, the three religious leaders in Nell, you all do your best despite your party in front of you, not drawing attention, or doing your best to not draw attention despite your party in front of you doing everything in their power to draw attention, as it seems.
They're the
and-
ones getting attention, so it's fine.
Yeah. And then bringing up the rear, Roderick, you slide the manhole cover down, make sure that nobody is coming back from the sewers, none of the wild orchids are following you at this point. And as you sort of pivot around, you don't notice anybody giving you like particular eyes for coming out of the sewers. So you think that in general you all probably did a decent job of it. As you start pushing your way ahead a little bit, Desmond, you kind of focus on the mission at hand, break away from the group. At this point, you're probably, 50, 60 paces away from them. You're a pretty good distance ahead of them as you start pulling away a little bit further to get there first. By this time, you've made it to like the main thoroughway of the city, and you do see that due to it being midday, the streets are busy. What are you going to do to try to make sure you can navigate this stretch of the road and get to the city gates with as little hindrance as possible?
Can I spot any guards nearby?
Sure.
Immediately head straight into the direction of a guard. While I'm moving, he's going into his bag, pulling out his like certificates and his paperwork and stuff. And as soon as he gets up to the guard, he holds that up, introduces himself, says he needs an escort to the castle immediately.
Okay. And are you getting this escort for yourself, or are you getting it for the whole team?
Is it just one guard or two? Because we could try to get it for the whole team if there's multiple around.
High or low?
Low.
There are two.
All right. Then he's going to point in the direction of the alleyway that they came from. Say that there's going to be a group with two dwarves coming from there. They also need to be escorted, but I need an escort to get the gates open as fast as possible.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, please.
My worst skill.
You got this.
Advantage because of who he is.
Oh, that was so close.
So you spend a little bit of time trying to convince, and you happen to stumble upon probably two of the densest guards that you have seen in this city. And for whatever reason, the story that you're trying to tell them, they are not resonating the message. And after a while, you just say, screw it, and you just bypass them and continue on. As you start noticing your group getting closer, and the whole purpose of you being ahead is being lost with every breath you waste on these two. Thrain, you can see at this point that like Desmond's like 20 feet ahead of you. Like he's like talking to guards, but he's not making progress. So you and the group are sort of moving in the same pace right now. What are you gonna do in response to this?
I'm gonna keep moving. I'm not gonna slow up because we need to get there.
Okay. I guess go ahead and give me another athletics.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Paying too much attention.
I'm gonna open this up. Roderick, Nell, either of you two can interject in this moment. Thrain, as you're walking, you're kind of paying attention to you're sort of paying attention to Desmond talking to these guards and like you catching up to him, and you miss someone walking out of a building. They're walking right out of one of the major municipal buildings of the city. So this is like the big court where they handle all of their official duties, and you bump into someone, and by the time you turn and look at them, you see someone who appears to be of either high ranking or of great importance, falling backwards into a puddle of mud that you knocked them into.
Is Nell allowed to try to catch this individual?
You would not have an opportunity to catch, as you are the 1, 2, 3, 4th person behind Thrain.
Okay.
So, but Nell, Roderick, you two can interject any way that you want to, but what you do see happening is Thrain just hits this older elf, and due to the height difference, basically hits him just center mass and just topples this elf over, and you see their nice dignitary clothes just get splashed with mud.
Nell is going to use history as a individual who is from this town, city, to hopefully know who this person is, to properly apologize to them and say, we will pay for your dry cleaning, and if that is not enough, we will buy you a new outfit at Wings, Feathers, Leather, Lace.
Sure.
But do I know who they are?
Roger, quick, shoot him.
Oh, they are.
Oh.
So you know who this person is.
That's the good news.
Maybe that's the good news. And what you know about this person is this is Judge Nivian Noglor, who is, especially for people who come from like the lower commons, is known for someone who has a much stricter authority towards the poorer class.
So we don't like Judge Nivian.
And you know how particular they are about their attire and whatnot. So you don't think that offering to pay for their clothes would be a good approach. You could still try it if you have no other options, but you notice that's who that is.
All the while, Brayton is apologizing as soon as he notices, but you know.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you said, Cliff? Because I'm not understanding why it wouldn't be good to offer to purchase a new outfit or for dry cleaning?
Just noticing, like, just the type of person that he is, like, depending on your approach for that, you would risk offending him if he misconstrued the way that you were presenting it. If he took it as any sort of thing like he couldn't afford his own, or if he just thought lesser of you, that it may come off as some sort of like a pander that would be probably not well received by him, given the type of person he is.
Got it. So I've got to do some good words right now. Okay. Our deepest apologies, Judge Nevian. Nell reaches to assist them up. I'm so sorry about your outfit. Is there anything we can do to make this up to you? I know that it's not... much of a deal to wash or purchase your new clothes, but I would love to do so to show just how apologetic we are.
I'll go and give me a perception roll. I'll let you do it at advantage given your inside
Perception?
knowledge. Or your persuasion. Persuasion advantage. Okay. He stands up and his face visibly red with anger, and he's looking at Thrain. He's like, "You dolt! What?" And then he gets the message from Nell, and he's like, "Is this one of your new recruits?"
He is one of the newest recruits of the Order, yes.
I have half a mind to have you stripped of your rankings. These clothes are ruined. What is your name? And he's pointing at Thrain.
Thrain.
Thrain what, dolt? What is your name?
Thrain Ironforge.
Thrain Ironforge. I will see that the cost of this cleaning is stripped from your pay. Get out of my sight.
Yes, Your Honor.
Roderick eases the hammer back down slowly on his gun.
Prepared to kill a fucking judge. Bah!
This ain't my town.
At this point, the two guards that were talking to Desmond have moved away from Desmond and have now moved over to you all. And they're like, "Is everything okay here?" And the judge starts to squabble a little bit as you all kind of, heed his request and leave him.
And continue to be hopefully less than noticed as the pass without a trace is still on the individuals that were trying to move quickly.
Yeah, so that is the thing. So here's what we're going to do with that one. Let's roll these 3 rolls. Hey.
Ain't nobody seeing diplomat number 2.
All right, so with that, I was trying to pull up the stat block here. And 13 would be passive perception. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. All right, so as the judge is yelling and pointing at your group and everything, you hear him say something about the third person wearing just the coat. About them looking familiar. And you also hear them say something about Josiah, but not as if they recognize Josiah, but just more so of like, that is a very distinct looking helmet that they are wearing, and it's very concerning to them that they feel the need to fully mask who they are in this great city. Roderick, you still have something you could do this time. It's all up to you on what you want to do. You can ignore it, you can keep moving on, or you can try to address it. Your call.
How many of them are there?
There are 2 city guards and the judge, but you guys are in the middle of a crowded street in the middle of the richest part of the city.
Hmm. No, I shouldn't. Should I? Fuck it. Let's try it. Can I still use my same perception check to kind of like, or would I have to roll a new one if I'm going to do something different?
So your first one was for just that first round.
Okay.
If you're trying to do something specific, it would be a new roll.
Okay. Yeah, let's look around here. Looking for someone who has like, because they're, rich folk and everything walking around here. Anybody who has like a kind of loose hanging coin pouch or anything, like maybe they're so, sure no one's gonna fuck with them. Maybe they are not as on guard.
Okay. And what's the game plan?
Um, we're gonna try to swipe it and do something to cause a diversion.
Sure. Let's see here. So first and foremost. Okay. So you do see someone walking, and they are wearing, fairly nicely tailored clothes, and they have a long jacket on, and you can see on their hip they have like what appears to be a coin pouch, and they're like, as they're walking, they're occasionally, you're seeing them like stopping and talking to just random passerbyers, and they seem to be very like open in the midsection of not really guarding themselves or anything, and they're very flamboyant and flamboyant in their actions.
Okay. And then Roderick is like saying something seemingly under his breath. He's like, I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. All right. I think we both have the same plan. You ready? All right. And behind the guy that he's kind of scouting here, his mirror image appears running and like tilting his hat down so nobody can really see his face and like kind of keeping it low. And he is like not even a stealth like sleight of hand, like he's just gonna snatch it and start running through the crowd. And Roderick is gonna be like, he went that way, like getting the guy's attention as he's like running in the other direction from the crowd.
Okay. So your mirror image, doesn't it wear the same thing as you?
Yes, but with right now he'd have his coat on.
Okay, so the Eclipsing Order tabard would be a little bit obscured.
Yeah.
I know you said you're not trying to be stealthy about it, but give me a stealth roll, please, just because I need to try to figure out.
Yeah. Money.
All right. Ooh.
Why is it you wanting to dance on that one? Why? What is going on here?
All right, so your Echo runs out through the crowd, snatches this guy's purse, and you hear him say, "Stop, thief!" And then as he starts running through, you see the two guards that were talking to Desmond that pivoted over to the judge swing their head to that assailant and begin chasing them through the street. And you see this merchant doing like this very like flailed, not a run I would call it. It's more of like just a gant after them.
Saunter.
Like they're chasing. Yeah. like a little bit between a gant and a saunter, whatever that would be. As they start chasing. Pretty much. Nell, give me a history roll.
This guy is going to be talking about this story for years. About how he almost died by some criminal on the streets of Durien.
Yep.
So, Nell, you would know this NPC is Tayrin Sablewood, who is a textiles dealer. And you would know them to have like a pretty significant sway in the merchant circle of Durien. So they're a somebody. Just in case that ever gets back.
And what other Roderick is going to do is once he is, as he's weaving through the crowd and everything like that, at the moment that he reaches his limit of where he can go from the tether of Roderick, he is going to look for basically the poorest group of people he can find, and he is just going to chuck the bag up in the air so the gold just flies all over the place.
Give me a D100 roll, please.
Just chuck it in the direction of the south left of Durien.
Yeah. Hold on, how do I do the 100 again?
It should be the farthest right die, right next to the D4. Otherwise, you can just right-click on the D10.
Oh yeah, here we go.
So you sling this pouch as you see 40 platinum worth of gold.
Fuck.
Raining all over the streets.
I feel like as soon as the bag opens up, the echo would be like, wait.
And the four of you, nay, the seven of you, hear this loud roar as people from the lower commons hear this commotion going out, and like when they start seeing the coins dancing across the street, like more and more of them running out to grab the coin. Okay. Desmond, at the top of the round on this one, you sort of hurry past the group as they're talking to this elf that you see laying in mud. I'll actually leave it right there. What do you do when you see this?
Behind the mask, he rolls his eyes, then keeps doing what he's doing. He has his own job.
Yeah, you see the elf in the mud. You see him getting up and then start yelling at Nell and Thrain. And as you move past, a few moments later, you start hearing someone yelling about a thief. And you kind of look over your shoulder to see what you would recognize as someone that looks very similar to Roderick. running through the crowd in just that brief moment. And then all of a sudden you hear a bunch of commotion erupt from behind.
We're just walking down the street. No talking to anyone, no bumping into anyone, no thinking about anything. We're just gonna go straight to the castle.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how they did this.
Because functioning is out of the question at the moment. So
No, we don't do that around here.
So you're just gonna do like perception or investigation, so you can like determine what's gonna be the path of least resistance to get to the gates.
yeah, just perception, looking for any gaps in people and moving.
Sure. All right. So you start maneuvering your way through and make your way to the gates. Not as far ahead as you would have liked to have been at this point. And the guard's kind of there, and he's like, "Oh, no one told us that you were all back."
We just got back. We have someone who needs to come in as soon as possible. We need the gates open.
The guard kind of looks at you and he like leans in. He's like, "Is this what I think it is?"
Yes. Please hurry. We are on a limited time frame.
Yeah. He whistles loudly at one of the guards that's in the inner sanctum, if you will. And he opens up the inside gates, and he's talking to the other guard through the gates, and he's like, This is the time. Let Lord Darkwater know." And he's like, oh. And then he like turns around real quick and he like starts jogging a little bit down the path. And the guard that was talking to you, Desmond, he's like, where's he at? Is it?
I have a effect on him right now that's disguising him. He is not decent, so we are trying to cover his looks.
Okay.
He is with my party.
Okay. Then he like starts raising the gate. He's like, "We'll wait here, and as soon as they get here, we can all go in, and we'll try to keep it as discreet as possible."
I appreciate it.
All right. Thrain, you just got yelled at by an angry old elf. You're moving your way through. You see all this commotion going on. You watched as Desmond has sort of moved ahead, and you lost sight of him in the direction of the castle.
Just a second, I gotta yell at this dog.
Weird thing for Thrain to say.
Right?
Also, this city sound is so weird. Like, the people talking in my right ear, like, I tune it out until it's dead quiet, and then I hear it.
What is it?
Like, the people talking in my right ear, like, from Sirenscape.
Oh.
I tune it out when we're talking. Like, I don't hear it at all. But when we're quiet for a second, all of a sudden I start hearing all the chatter.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not gonna run into anyone else. I'm watching everything.
Okay. Give me a roll then.
I'm watching nothing.
Oh my God.
How?
You're watching too much. You're giving every person such a wide berth.
Rain, give me a deck save.
Oh no.
Stand by.
God.
I need you to think high numbers.
Just use bless. Just bless yourself. You might need it.
Adam!
Can you roll me a D8, please? All right. So, Thrain, you are so hyper-focused on people not bumping into anybody, making sure that everybody is accounted for in your visual cortex, that you fail to notice just some of the loose cobble on this path.
Oh no.
And without even being able to block or mitigate from it, you just face plant onto the cobble and take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you just bust your face on the ground.
I'll be honest, this is all very fitting considering I haven't slept in a couple days.
You should do that.
I plan to.
Yeah.
All right.
Just go. Don't just go. Face in the cobble. Just.
Start curling up into a ball.
No. Do you have your keys, please? Before you go past.
That's not what happens. On the way past for Nell's roll, we're going to use athletics to just grab his fucking armor by the back and briefcase him into this goddamn castle at this point. Just sick of shit.
Go ahead.
Fuck!
No.
Drag
Nope, I'm using my inspiration because it's comedy.
No, drag him like face first.
Yeah, just by his face.
I've already clicked the inspiration, so it's happening.
Roll a 1.
Oh.
All
You were
right,
getting
so-
no assistance from Thrain.
He's just doing the thing that cats do when you grab the back of their neck. He's just full limp while Nell drags them, fingies dragging on the ground.
Emotionally defeated.
Each time we need a long rest, we take a long rest. Doesn't matter the situation.
All right, and bringing up the rear, Roderick.
I don't know what you need from me.
What are you doing after all of this? You
I mean, after the distraction, he's just trying to walk normally and not looking back.
Sure. For fun, yeah. Give me a performance roll, because if you had any inkling that 40 platinum worth of gold was just thrown, you trying to maintain a normal walk away from that is going to be a performance if I've ever seen one. Hey, not bad.
He winces a little, grits his teeth, and just trudges on.
Is he walking?
This sack of gold is gonna be worth more than what we get paid for this shit.
Right. better
Desmond,
be
you're
worth it,
waiting at the
motherfucker.
castle. You see emerging from the crowd a very angry-looking Nell holding Thrain by his armor, who's just being dragged with his feet just barely touching the ground. Followed by your 3 guests. Followed by Roderick, definitely not looking backwards over his shoulder.
He like nudges the guard. He's like, "There they are."
And the guard kind of looks at you. He's like, "Which one is?"
Not the dragon one. No.
Nell's literally just gonna, as we get to the gate, drop him though. There's no words, there's no warnings. Nell's just dropping him as we get to the gate and keeps walking.
He'll begrudgingly get up and
All right. right. And as he gets up and you start walking in, the guard lowers the gate behind you, and he's like, "You all, I can't even begin to express how elated we are. Lord Darkwater has prepared ceremony for your arrival."
I don't think a ceremony is something that we should be having right now, as we have individuals who are unclothed, in clothes that aren't theirs, and one who, once their disguise fades, is going to burst through the seams of theirs.
He chuckles and he's like, "I understand, but that decision was already made."
Wonderful.
And as you all are walking up the stairs into the main courtyard, you
Just
can...
a soft little pat off the back of the head to fucking Thrain. Like, you can't even walk calmly across the town.
As you're walking up the stairs in the main castle courtyard, you can see a group of soldiers in ceremonial duds walking into the castle. And as you walk into the main courtyard, the guard closes the gates behind. He walks up to the door and he holds it open like he always does. And he's like, "Lord Darkwater is awaiting your arrival in the main foyer."
Wonderful. Nell's just going to assume that these other individuals that are the guests might not know the way, even though Josiah probably does, and just start leading.
And as you all walk in, you see guards on either side of the main atrium, lining the way. All of them standing with spears out to their chest. And at the very end of this, you see Lord Darkwater there. And he too has ceremonial garb on.
Desmond's pulling on his collar and changing into his fancy attire.
Nell, through a gritted teeth smile, just kind of saying to Desmond, like, "Can you at least make me not smell like sewage?"
Pats Nell on the back. "You don't smell that bad."
We were just in a sewer. I'm sure we all reek.
I have a mask on, so I don't know. And every pat is like a green shimmer and cleans everyone up a little bit.
And Lord Darkwater from the other side of the room, he's like, "I am yet again amazed by what the Eclipsean Order can do. I didn't think that this would be a day that we would be able to celebrate, but here it is." And he sort of looks at the three guests, and he's like, "If I had to guess, I would say the dwarven one is our guest of honor, but would one of you like to enlighten me of where Josiah is?"
Not what I wanted to do.
Oh shit! You can't even hit yourself.
It's that one!
That's not the button I want to push.
You shot himself in the head because you attacked
missed.
yourself. You just were like, "I don't want to do this anymore.
I can't even do that.
I don't want to do this anymore." Shoots over your head, dings off a fucking light.
trying to change dice, and that was not the one I wanted to push. I did not want to drop it in the actual box.
Poor Thray.
Desmond, like, through a bow, gestures over towards the dwarf. Lord Darkwater, through the effect of one of my potions, Josiah is currently disguised as a dwarf.
Ooh, I know you told us their names last session, and I'm sure Nell would remember.
Mm-hmm. I have them written down somewhere. I gotta find them. That's why I need to add these NPCs to the combat tracker like right away, just so that way I know who they are. I do not have their names written down.
They must have just been like random roll tables then?
Most of the time when I'm creating names for these people, it's just a name I pull out of my ass. And if I don't
I
write
just
it down,
figured
I'll
because
drop
these
it.
were the other two tied up people, they might be prominent.
Nah.
Were they not the other two religious figures that had been missing?
They were not any of the ones from the... They were not any of the main names that were on the invite.
Got it.
I would like to point out, even with that roll, I've still yet to roll above an 8.
Okay. Thrain gets a bed tonight.
I'm really disappointed that I don't have these names.
We'd have to go back into last session's audio or something.
Oh, that's right. Trying to figure out why my Gmail's not logged in. Oh, wait. I forgot someone tried to hack my password today.
That's nice.
Yeah, so anyways, you introduced him. And I'll get that name. Hey, Sin, the effects of your potions, can they be canceled at any time, or do they have to run their course?
Alter self spell.
Oh, hey, yo, I lied. I do have their names written down. Yarlith and Darneen.
Got it. So Nell does a slight half bow as they introduce the other two guests. And Baron Darkwater, here we have Yarneen and you said Darlith?
Yarlith with a Y.
And Yarlith. Other captors that were held in the same area.
And he bows and he's like, I'm deeply apologetic for everything that you've been through. I can only imagine the hells of which you've endured. And he sort of directs his attention to Josiah. He's like, and Josiah, the city has been empty without your presence. He's like, everyone here are my direct picks. They are fully aware of the scenario. They are the only guards in the city that are. They are trusted. You need not wear that disguise anymore.
Do we have
Um,
something for him to wear otherwise?
It could be ended as an action.
Okay. Do you say that out loud?
No?
Yeah.
Or yes?
Okay. Yes, we have some robes in the back we can get for him, of course. He looks at one of the guards that's standing ceremoniously and gives him a nod, and the guard nods and walks away. And Josiah takes off the helmet and hands it back to Desmond. And then he looks at you and he says, "Thank you." And then he slowly takes off the clothes that Thrain gave him, and he like folds them kind of haphazardly, and he hands it back over to Thrain.
Thank you.
And then, stark ass naked, he turns and addresses Darkwater, and you see him sort of bow his head for a moment, and you see the effect end, and you see him turn back into this gigantic human. And he's like, "How did we even get here, Darkwater? They tell me that the city had advance warning that this attack was coming. You didn't have additional guard duty? You didn't have anyone to protect me?" And Darkwater holds his hands up and he's like, "Josiah, my friend, we did everything that we could to prevent this, but the numbers were overwhelming. There's no possible way that we could have handled this differently." And even from like him standing in front of you, you guys could see like the back of his neck start to like flush as his face just gets red with anger. He says, "There's nothing you could have done. You could have had extra guards. We could have called this all off. You have been incompetent since the day that I had you appointed. And I think today would be a great day for a new Baron to hail over Durien." And you see Darkwater's like demeanor change, and he kind of puts his hands together and he lowers his head and he's like, "Josiah, there's no need to act rash here." And just as he's about to say something else, Josiah's like, "Enough! I've heard enough of the words that you utter. They all disgust me. I am going to head back to my chambers. I'm going to get dressed proper. I'm going to have a bath. And when I come out, you will have either willfully removed yourself from this castle, or you will be forcefully removed from this castle. And I will make sure that your monthly dues are given to the Eclipsean Order." And as he turns around, he just like looks at you all, and he just kind of has this look on his face of just utter disgust. And I apologize that you all had to witness this. My involvement in the politics of this city, I have purposefully kept hidden from the public eye. But this was the final straw.
Nell is not keeping much composure with the red in her face about the situation she just had brought to light. They just had brought to light in front of them.
Okay, about what?
The fact that he has his fat little fingers working Darkwater like a puppet.
Okay. And then real quick, just to pop on everything here. What was the insight roll for now?
The insight roll was originally to see if Darkwater was being serious about, we did everything we could, but, you know, he did
Totally
everything
serious.
he could.
What was the intelligence check for?
See if Thrain was thinking it well enough to know if this, to ask Nell later if this how Josiah actually is, usually acts.
Okay.
Just, have Nell check for insight on is this actually Josiah or is this backwards?
Okay. What was the insight roll for Roderick?
Seeing if he was going to respond by doing something stupid and just, if it looked like he was about to, just being ready to shoot him in the head.
He who?
The guy who's getting fired.
Oh, Darkwater.
Yeah, so I don't get paid if, he does something stupid. I don't know if I walked away from about 40 plat. Yeah.
Everyone's making all these rolls and shit. Desmond's still holding a bowel this entire time, straight face, not phased by anything. It just reminds me of home.
This is why we don't want your people here, Desmond.
Oh, this happens regardless. Whether it's white people or not.
And for your failed Constitution roll, Nell, is there anything that you like say to him, or is this just kind of like you're?
No, it's very obvious on their face that they are surprised, taken aback, and a bit pissed about it.
Okay.
Once Josiah starts
More of the, can you hold composure, or are your thoughts just are your facial subtitles on? It's just the you fucking what face.
Well, then now I gotta roll an intelligence roll with Josiah to see. Yeah, he thinks that you're just pissed. You're as pissed off at Darkwater as he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Confirm it, Cliff.
What?
You gotta confirm it.
Oh yeah.
you're gonna pop a blood vessel.
All right. And
as soon as Josiah starts addressing the order, Desmond will come up from his bow, still one hand over his chest, another behind her. We all are deeply disappointed in the situations that unfolded here the last few days, but we will remain in the city if you need us for the next day or so you can tend what you need to, regain any composure that you need to, and if you need us, you need that, but call and we will be there.
A situation we hadn't alerted you to prior to making it to the city is that inside of the church, there was a changeling who had taken up your persona that was killed. That some people know of that happening.
He like scrunches his face up and he like turns back and he looks at Josiah. He's like, how many people know of this? He's like, that situation has already been contained. That is no longer of an issue. Yes, I'm sure you handled it flawlessly. He looks at you and he nods and he says, thank you for letting me know. And around this time, the other guard has come back with a robe, and he hands it to Josiah, and then he kind of makes his way to the back of the line, and he says, "In Darkwater, know this. I leave here no disguise, and I will address the people in public forum tomorrow. By that time, I strongly suggest you no longer be in Durien." And he puts on the robe and he tightens it up, and as he does, you notice him just standing there kind of with his arms holding the whatever you want to call that.
Sash?
Sure, the sash. Holding the sash as he's tightening it, and he's just standing there, and you notice his eyes sort of start darting around. And from the back of the room, the guard that handed him the robe, you just hear like, and then Darkwater says, "You fool! Hush! Now, my esteemed guest, I assure you that I will not be going anywhere. And I assure you, no one will find out that Josiah is still alive. As a matter of fact, I think the story that we're going to report is how the Eclipsean Order bravely died while trying to rescue him. Everybody go ahead and
my
roll
God.
the initiative.
That's intelligence.
I'll take a 16.
That was a good intelligence roll, though.
So my interpretation of this was that Desmond was kind of front of the pack. Would Nell and Thrain be behind him or sort of like side by side with him?
I figured we were all kind of together as a group.
Like in a
kind of
semicircle
like in a
almost.
line presenting?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it felt like to me, like we were all standing before
Well, yeah, so
you
there's
know,
a
Darkwater, and our esteemed guests were there as well.
Yep.
Question for you, Cliff.
Sure.
As I am 3rd level,
Mhm.
or 5th level, I got 3rd level spells.
Mhm.
I have not took a long rest since I leveled.
Mhm.
How does that work?
we will assume that you have your third level spell slots.
Okay. So I have my third level spells. I just don't have any third level spells prepared.
Well, whatever you would have had prepared on your last rest.
Okay, there would have been no third levels. Okay, that's fine though, because that means I
You can
have
upcast still.
exactly. I can upcast, and I have since remembered I have more stronger cantrips because 5th level cantrips go up. So if you have any damaging cantrips, keep that in mind.
All right.
Oh, that's all I do for damage.
Yeah, I know. Hence the
Did this auto do it? It didn't. Boom. I did it.
All right. And
I feel like I've never actually seen Lord Darkwater as an image, and that's not what I pictured.
no. Okay.
He was much older in my mind.
I didn't picture him an elf. Everything else is right on the money.
before we jump into this, Cardelia has given a minor blessing to Thrain and Nell. If each of you would like to roll on the minor blessing table real quick.
Are you able to pop that in chat again?
I sure can.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now I don't have. Now I have it saved because. Oh, that's cool. That doesn't matter. If you have it in your hotbar, you can just click on it, and it will roll.
You didn't
On
roll
that.
one yet.
Oh, I see what happened. Why is it doing like?
Yes, that's what you
How?
roll on. Yes.
How do I open now?
You click on it,
That worked.
and then you press the roll button.
Why is that not working?
Weird.
Well, no, I.
Stop trying to do it the easy way and just fucking do it.
Okay. They got the same thing, anyways.
Good for us. We got some speedies.
If we crit.
If we crit, we got some speedies. So, where's Josiah?
Josiah, I didn't put him on here, but I guess I can.
Yeah, he's kind of important to be on there. He do me though.
What does upcasting this do? So that doesn't. Why would it be worded like that? When you cast a spell using a slot of 3rd level or higher, the damage increases by 1d8 for every 2 spell slots above the second. That's.
It's basically saying that don't pay attention to that. It's basically saying that that upcasting it to level 2 isn't going to do anything to you.
No, it's a level 2 spell. It's spiritual weapon. Why would it say upcasting 3rd or higher? It should just say 4th or higher, and then every other. I don't like wording. Okay.
So Josiah is directly in front of you. He is facing away, and he is still standing in that same stance with his hands on the sash.
Oh, he's been immobilized.
And and yeah. So as Lord Darkwater says, in fact, probably be telling the story of how the Eclipsean Order died while trying to save him. You see all of the soldiers in unison come out of their ceremonial stance, brandish their spear, and you see them begin making attack formations on you all. Desmond.
These come back after a short rest?
Desmond like kind of backs up into Nell, places a hand on their shoulder. Be a wall. Protect them.
That was always the plan.
And releases his hand from their shoulder with a spell. Then we get Big Nell.
Oh.
Oh shit! Enlarge, nice.
So, how big does that make now?
Large.
From
Like,
medium size to large.
How many squares does that mean? Is that just
How
still
many
one, or is that?
How many square? What degree of mommy? Sorry, mommy. Did we get?
So if Nell is indeed large, technically that puts them at like this size. They are 10 by 10 square instead of a 5 by 5 square.
Does that mean they also now have reach too? Is it longer arms, longer reach? How does that work?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Target size doubles in all dimensions. Weight multiplied by 8. One category from medium to large.
So they're now 11 feet tall, I guess, because if it's doubling size, it went from 5'6" to 11 feet. How high are the ceilings?
In the castle here, like 20.
Yeah, I figured it was fine. It was just a funny thought of like, wait a second.
Brain's less than half your height.
Uppies.
Mommy, sorry.
All right. And untarget.
It does not. It does not increase reach.
Okay.
Boo.
Just curiosity.
So I still get just have mini arms by comparison. Full T-Rex mode.
You still got the same size arms. You just still got that.
You just got to reach farther to the ground.
Much
Yeah,
more
no,
reach to it.
teasing.
All right. Desmond is going to then teleport to here. Then run and slide behind this couch.
All right.
That's his turn.
And
We must have had some really good rolls. If with a 19, like all of the guards had a 20. Damn.
Rolls
On
once
the
for all of
combat tracker.
it doesn't roll once for all of them, actually. If I add it as an encounter, it does. That was me pulling that in individually.
Got it. I was like, how? I got a 19.
I have no idea. And Darkwater got a 15. Darneen and Yarlith got 15s. The Priest Loyalists got a 15. The Priest Loyalists and the Guard Loyalists were all added at the same time. So
Wild that the guards all got 20.
That's 9 20s.
That seems
I
very
don't
unlikely,
think-
but whatever, man.
I don't think, no, statistically. No, I think it send them all the same because
it might
there's
have put them all
no.
because of the numbers. It might have put them all at the same initiative, maybe.
Maybe.
But they were all added individually, so it shouldn't have.
Cliff Scott's is nat 20 automatically cheat activated.
Well, the whole thing is, initiative is based on dex. It's not a nat 20. That's their roll plus their dex bonus that got them there. So it's not a nat 20. Don't be trying to jinx me like all my nat 20s are gone.
How come only the loyalists got the descriptions?
I don't know. Like, it was really weird that only 2 of them got it. I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, we just got a really small loyalist.
We do, yeah, statistically. Roderick.
All right. My man right here. I like that. One other thing real quick. Where's my echo info? Oh, there it is. So I'm trying to figure out if bringing them out is a bonus action or a free action.
It's a bonus action, I believe.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're going to bonus action alt Roderick behind the other side of guard loyalist 4.
It would be great if it actually didn't do that. Alright, doesn't your echo go on your same initiative?
Yes.
Yeah, it can go after. I can't move it underneath you.
Okay. And yeah, we're gonna start shooting this fucking guy because he's the closest. Alright.
Sure. Oh, no. Advantage or flanking doesn't work with ranged.
Yeah, you just immediately draw and shoot and bam, dead the guy in one hit.
Yeah, like as he's going in position, just turn just right underneath the chin, like like between his armor and his exposed neck, just.
Roderick was prepared for this.
Oh yeah.
Roderick ready to shoot? Who would have guessed?
He does not trust religious nuts. Like no.
Do you think it wasn't even Josiah that caused the problem?
Then he is going to have his echo. Let's see here. Let's run over to loyalist number 6. Target, and then he's going to use Unleash Incarnation on that attack to give his echo an attack. And he's going to pull out both swords and whoops. Oh, that shouldn't have been. Sorry. Guard number 6 now. Which one did you roll first? Or should I just roll again?
It doesn't tell me what he rolled first.
Okay,
That
I'll
was
just roll
a module you had for Adventures League. I don't know which module it was.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. That was a handy one to have.
Okay, let's go.
Still a hit.
All right, and then it's not a lot of damage, but hey,
Damage is damage.
yeah. And then, all right, so let's see. I can use Unleash Incarnation as con mod, so I can do that twice. It looks like, yeah. So with that, he's got his second shot.
Is the incarnation not a bonus action or an action?
No, so the ability in Unleash Incarnation allows my Echo to make a melee attack when I make an attack for a number of times equal to my con mod.
Gotcha.
So that's one of two. See, Roderick's gonna point after he shoots the first guy, turn with the other gun, shoot at Loyalist number 3. Whoops, almost wrong one. There we go. Boom. Ugh.
All right.
Okay, so first off, I'm just gonna burn the second of those uses to have. Let me untarget him. Have the Echo come at that same guard again.
That's a miss.
Oof, that is a miss. All right, and finally, action surge.
Oh, Roger's been waiting for this shit.
Don't like religious.
We aren't doing religious right now. These are politicians.
Same thing.
That's what's like, hold up.
All right. And that is his turn.
Action surge, don't you get 2
You should get your
attacks?
second attack, don't you?
Oh, if you're
Oh,
level 5, you should have both of your attacks.
oh, because it's an attack action, I get
Mhm.
to. Okay, gotcha. Okay, then since that guy's dead, we're gonna go back. He's
Finish
still
off.
pointing at guard 3 and just gonna flip his gun around, take another shot, and miss. All right. now
Shouldn't
he's
have done the cool flippy trick.
That's how that's how he rotates the chamber.
Yeah. Failed.
Uh,
Teasing you.
as you knock that second guard down, you hear the guard in the back. You guys are gonna get it, and he runs to you.
Guard loyalist. Whee! He's my favorite.
He's a little tiny guy.
Oh, that's what they meant by wee. He's short. Got it.
We,
I read it as
Carlos one's gonna disengage. Oof. All right.
oh, so cute.
Wow. All right. Now.
Not sure what kind of action you're going to call it to take their battle axe and attempt to slash this robe that is on Josiah to remove the magical effect upon him, hopefully, without hurting him. Trying to, at the very least, like, zoop, like rip that fabric right off him, which I'm assuming is causing the effect.
Sure. Give me a. We'll call it a. What do we call that? We call it like an aimed attack.
I mean, not much of an aim attack. I feel like if there's a still individual that you're just grabbing their collar, and I figured she would just take her longsword because she still has a longsword. They still have a longsword and going like down the fabric.
Sure. Give me an attack roll just to make sure you don't crit. Fail. Okay.
And that's how we gutted Josiah.
Sorry, Hill.
Give me a damage roll or something like this. Probably won't be much. You have to roll 11. Oh, no, that's AC. Sorry.
I'm about to say 11 health on a fucking
That's
rope.
gonna be like
Some
2
good
turns
quality.
for me.
Yeah. So that's more than enough. So you're basically trying to slice the sash and make it so the robe falls off of him.
Not even just the sash, like the whole thing. We'll make the man naked at this point if this is what's freezing him.
Sure. Okay.
Just gonna be the hold person spell, and now he can't move while naked.
Nell's hoping that the magical effect breaks with the cloak.
Okay. Yeah, so you do a quick flick of the wrist with the sword, and you slice the robe down, and you see it just fall to the floor.
And is he still frozen? Did I fail?
You won't know until it's his turn.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I guess, is my brain is thinking of course, Baldur's Gate. We shove a bonus action for realsies.
No,
Shove is an action.
Fuck. It's rude. I was like, I could just shove this guard against the wall or something. I still don't think that Nell has any bonus actions, to be perfectly honest. And so... I need to be a shield, but these two are right next to... We have Thrain and Roderick, but we have Josiah here, who has those three guys right there. And Josiah is technically within 5 feet of me, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm not gonna worry about it and just take a protective stance at this point.
Okay. Brain.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. Let me do that again. That was funny. Point at. Oh, hang on. Glyph. We remove my advantages on saves. It was from testing spells. Thank you. Looking at the guards approaching Josiah, I'm gonna point at the wee guard and Loyalist 1, and just all of a sudden, just bells start ringing out around their heads. And
The wee one couldn't take it.
They did. They made the save.
wee one failed.
Oh yeah, we one failed. Sorry.
And then he is still healthy, so he only takes 8 damage.
All right.
Okay. And then that was action. Bonus action. Of course, there's no way to sort by bonus action. Do I? I do. That looks like a target-rich environment. I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon right here. At 3rd level, which is just 2nd level but fancy.
Still need to make that token. Thank you. You said right here, right?
Yes. And then untarget the Wii. Target the contemptuous one. And swing to hit him.
You need to get a new weapon. A new spiritual weapon.
All right. You see this priest to the left of Darkwater bow his head and say something under his breath, and he looks up and he motions like this. Everybody, go ahead and give me a perception roll, please.
I'm gonna go close that window so you guys don't have to listen to the fireworks. And that's my elbow.
I couldn't hear any fireworks.
So, Desmond, are you looking in that direction?
He's like peeking.
So I'll say that Nell, Desmond, Thrain, you notice that as he lifts his head and motions like this, that his eyes are glowing an eerie yellow that you've seen before. And as he does, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Because y'all didn't roll very good. But yeah, just know that happened.
Except for Desmond. Desmond rolled pretty good.
Yeah,
Who's halfway across the room.
literally across the
Desmond is
entire
like,
map.
ooh, and he goes back down.
His eyes do be yellow.
And as he does that, hold on, what is it? Shit. I apologize. So as the priest goes like this, Lord Darkwater raises his hand and he says, "Get up, you fools! You're not done serving yet." And as he does, you see the two people standing next to Roderick. You see them begin to crackle back into a standing position.
Just gained health or turn or
Zombed, I believe.
yeah. Would I be able to tell the difference? Being of my domain.
Sure. So
Because it makes a difference.
it does. So they look like they were just healed,
Okay.
but the type of healing is not like the normal clerical magic that you're used to.
I don't care about that. I want to know if there were zombies, because I can handle zombies in different ways.
And in a very ancient tongue that I believe only Thrain can understand. Thrain, you're the one who speaks Abyssal and
Primordial.
Right?
Abyssal Primordial.
Alright.
Abmordial.
Which has been all the language of everything so far, so, you know, it's served me well.
Yeah. So he says something, and you basically you can make out kind of like a broken decipher of though your souls aren't your own, their keeper aims to protect. And as he says this, you see all of the eyes of the guards that you're looking at, you see them sort of shimmer in yellow. Alright. And Darneen is going to disengage. Run. And Yarlith is
About the same.
Don't come this way. Fuck off.
Cliff, so I know, would it be a free action to give someone else a weapon that I have on my belt?
no.
No, what is it?
It's if you're giving them a weapon, I believe that is a full action.
Okay. If I'm unclipping something from my belt and just handing it off, it's full action.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'll look that up in 1 second to confirm. Yarlith is going to cast Sanctuary on themselves.
Yes.
Don't touch me.
Josiah, you see eyes darting about in that same stance. You see them like drop for a second and they start breathing heavy. He looks at you and says, "Thank you."
Do something. I'm impressed.
Nod. Yeah. Come on, holy motherfucker, do a shit. Get a dragon in here.
I don't know what y'all think he can do.
Fucking nothing, but you know,
Summon dragons, obviously.
Yeah.
because his god is totally still around.
So what he does is he casts Spirit Guardians.
In the nude.
In the nude.
Hell yeah.
And as a bonus action, he casts Sanctuary on himself.
All right.
How does his guardians look?
So his Spirit Guardians, you see as they erupt out, they look like long, like what you would know, like in modern etymology, like like a Chinese dragon, like a long, slender dragon, but it's blue. And 3 of them sort of rip out of them, and they are like kind of flying around in intertwining circles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Back up at the top, Desmond.
All right. We are good for the party, right? Yes. So, Desmond gets to have some fun. And from the behind,
The music has
A
got too
miss.
loud in stream.
all right, and Desmond like pokes out from behind the chair, shoots a blast, and his shoulder pad morphs into Ava and flies forward. And then Ava is gonna take a shot once she gets closer.
All right. 21.
Where is ping? Gonna have Ava. Mane able to ping? There it is. Fly over to right there.
Here.
Yep. And then Ava is going to fire their force blast. That one hit though. That's not what I meant to do. That's also what I did not mean to do.
All right.
All right, what do I have? All right, that's his turn.
Okay. Roderick.
All right, so we heard Dickbag over here tell them to rise, huh?
Something like that. Good enough interpretation, I reckon.
Oh boy, this is a lot of bad guys here.
It just means a target-rich
remember
environment.
Also remember that our guests of honor, along with Nell, have passed without a trace if they need to stealth. To try to hide themselves or something.
Because my man Yarlith is still standing here, so...
He has sanctuary.
Does Roderick
he-
know what sanctuary means?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And then I got a giant nail between me and Lord Dickbag.
Not giant, just large.
Okay, well, hold on. Where's Loyalist 3? There he is.
Because of squares, are Darkwater and Loyalist within 5 feet of each other?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the priest, not the guards.
No.
No.
All right, well,
It's a hit. You were quick on that fucking die roll afterward.
Uh, oof. And he's looking at this Yarlith guy like, try and get behind me or something, or get out of here, or be useful. I don't know.
And you see, like, as he's standing there, he has his hand up like this, and he has 2 fingers out, and he's touching it. And you can see that he has, like, this sort of, like, faint green aura to himself.
So they're casting a spell on him too. Got it. All right, that's his turn.
All right. And this guy's still over here laughing in your ear.
Okay.
I like him. He's enjoying the moment.
He's laughing too much.
The wee guard pulls out a vial from his belt and drinks it. Then smashes it on the ground.
Wouldn't he have to make a saving throw before we start this, before he's able to do anything?
He does, yes, you are correct. He has to make a wisdom saving throw. And I believe that is good enough. But let me pull up what spell save DC is here. And of course, I can't click on Josiah because I got the bubble over him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so he makes a save.
But he
So
still
he pulls out a vial.
So takes half damage from that. This is one of my spells I want to cast, but I don't have it prepared. So
Spirit Guardians. Okay.
sorry, I just know he's hurting, and I'm like, if he's dead, he can't heal.
True. He's dead.
Okay. So, I'd say I have enough time to make it to the bathroom and back before it's my turn, but I'm just gonna say that if somebody goes to... never mind, they can't attack his eye. He has Sanctuary up, huh?
They can't easily attack him.
Okay. But if they go to attack him, Nell would use their fighting style protection to impose disadvantage. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. I think he made it.
I think so too.
All right. And he's like, Everyone, stand clear of that. And then he runs over and kind of stabs at the bird.
All right, I'm out of bonus actions, guys.
Oof. He is going to disengage. And yeah, fuck it. That ain't gonna work. Let's do this. All right. No.
No. Nell knows they have their sword out, and there's not much they can do, and they call to their power within to protect Darnay, because they are not really sure what else they can do. And something they've yet to do before happens as a moonbeam descends from the sky onto Gardthu. Hopefully, if I can do this right, effect. What does it say? Self. That's gonna hit me when I do it.
If it says self, it's
It's
gonna
your concentration.
Okay. So that breaks the concentration of the past without a trace.
Yep.
And how make Moonbeam go boom?
If you click the little magnifying glass next to Moonbeam.
Cast button? Yeah.
Yep. And he failed it. So you get to fry him with a full 2d10.
Okay. I'm trying to. There it is.
Yeah, he just gets fragged.
Yeah, do not touch. Nell is very surprised by this. They did not know they could. And they're just continuing to protectively look at Yosai, be like, we gotta get you guys out of here.
Alright. Thrain.
All right. So, did Darkwater have glowing yellow eyes, or the priest? Or, yeah.
The priest is who you seen had it.
Okay. I'm gonna go approach.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm gonna swing for the fences.
Okay.
And I'm going to pump Touch of Death into this. As well. I swung for the fences.
Oh, I'd also like to note, just in case, that anytime someone is hit with the moonbeam, if they are a shape changer, they revert to their original form.
And then bonus action. And then we're going to go after him. Spiritual weapon. Does spiritual weapon get flanking?
No.
It is a melee attack. That's, you gotta. That's was only supposed to click once.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
It's okay. The second one didn't hit. The first one did. We count the first one.
Okay. I'm still used to rolling with the stats and have to double click. Okay.
All right.
Take that, dark water.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, as you strike down the priest, Darkwater just sort of looks at you and smiles, and you see like the dragons sort of like swimming through and pass by him. You see him wince a little bit from it, and you see him unbuckle a sheath on his side, and he pulls out a long sword, and he grips it with two hands, and he takes a cleave at you.
Shields up to block it.
He kind of kicks at your shield as you do that. I'm going to use bonus action disengage. Move over here. And I'm going to use his reaction as he yells out in infernal abyssal combo. You hear him yell out, strike true. And as he does, all three of the guards by Roderick swing. Clearly did not listen. Hey, one.
Yikesies.
You hear Darneen shout out, "You'll pay for this, Darkwater!" And you see him shoot out a burst of flame as he
dances.
So wait, is Yarlith the lady or is Darneen the lady?
Yarlith.
Okay. Strange how Josiah has effects note sanctuary, but Yarlith does not.
Yeah, he does.
It doesn't show it underneath his name for me, but Josiah does. That's
Oh,
funny.
because Josiah is actually flagged as an ally, whereas the other two are flagged as a faction.
Got it.
He is going to reach out and cast Cure Wounds on Roderick.
She tried.
Much appreciated.
And Josiah standing his ground.
This man is not moving.
Nope.
How did he react to me doing what I did to the priest?
You're seeing that Josiah is not really paying much attention. You see he has his eyes closed and he is focused.
Okay.
He's also standing there butt-ass naked, so, you know.
Nobody look at me. Nobody touch me. Everybody stay away.
Desmond.
Yep. Lord. You know what, Sir Darkwater. Let's see if this hits. It doesn't. All right, so he takes half damage. So Desmond stands up, points a gauntlet at Darkwater, and the gauntlet unfolds from the top and bottom of his forearm, making a bow. And he pulls back with his other two fingers, and nothing in his hand. But when he pulls back, a green arrow appears, and he shoots it forward.
All right. If you roll damage because it was a... Wait, how does that work?
I think it's only on a miss. The arrow splashes the target with acid.
Yeah, okay. You
Or
should
half-
just roll
half
it
as
and it
much.
should do half damage automatically. And if it doesn't say it did half damage, then I'll just reduce it. It's fine.
I don't think it did half.
It did not. So if we half that down to 7... Okay. And as it like splashes on, you see him snap his head over to you.
Desmond's still standing there. I thought you better of this. That's his turn.
He kind of like as he like moves to the side of it, he sort of looks at you. He says, "I can barely hear you from over there. Why don't you come closer?" Roderick, before your turn, go ahead and give me a minor blessing roll, please, courtesy of Cardelia.
Minor blessing roll. Let's see here. Oops. I clicked that more than once.
Once per short rest, you gain advantage on intelligence ability checks.
Hey! Hey!
Hey, that guy, I'm smart.
You sure are, buddy.
All right. Well.
But as we like our Roderick, shoot first, think later.
Yes,
mhm.
please.
And let's see here. So who do I have targeted? I think I have you. Yeah. So this motherfucker hit me.
Rumor has it that is true.
Blah blah.
There's the blood.
Critical. You know die? Bonus attack from the echo.
Hey!
All part of the plan. Let's see here. And then my second shot. Let's see, did I? It says untargeted. Yeah, okay. Nice day for fishing.
No.
Fuck you.
You can't laugh if you don't have a throat, sir.
I still got enough spells for healing word. Don't worry. Just need to come back to life.
I still have enough spells for Revivify.
You keep those spells for Revivify in case one of our allies dies, sir.
Yo, I casted 2 spells this fight already.
Anything else you doing, Roger?
Oh, that's it.
All right. He's gonna step back. He says, "Here, my liege."
You force it down his throat.
Nah. He just kind of held it there while he shoots it out the side of his mouth. All right. Disengage.
Around the moonbeam.
Wise man indeed.
Ha! He didn't disengage. Reaction from the echo to attack.
Sure.
Let's see. Do I have everything untargeted? Yes, I do. So we're gonna click on you.
I totally forgot that Echo was a thing there.
Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Hey, confirm that.
Never mind.
Confirm that.
Woof.
Oh.
Confirm that.
So yeah, what does a 20 do after a 1?
So
Where it does no damage, it does stop him? Just a thought?
well, so here's what my thoughts are. John, I'll let you be the judge of this one.
Okay.
He does damage, but he's gonna take damage too.
Okay.
Overswings, hits his own leg.
No, kind of more like as he connects, the guard kind of like stabs at the same time.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage. You're gonna take half the damage that you dish out.
I don't think it matters how much damage.
It doesn't matter. He's got 1 HP. Yeah.
Okay. Then you would take 3 points of damage. So you would see, like, as this guy goes to run, your echo, like, stabs out with the scimitar, and you see the guard kind of turn and, like, stick it, and as it does, you see it shatter. As he, like, holds his side and he limps over to here. Now.
You've chosen the wrong side, and Joriel frowns upon you this day as the moonbeam moves over dark water.
Okay.
Do I press cast again, I guess, to have it be moved over him now?
I believe so. Let me see.
Or is it this one that says save, probably?
Yeah, do the save
Hold on one
for.
second.
Oh, Ha, that's me.
So you wouldn't do anything just yet.
Totally.
It says when a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So you moving it over there, it doesn't get it until his turn.
But it does say on a turn. Isn't that on my turn?
No, or starts its turn there.
I thought those are two separate things, where if it doesn't move out in time, and also when I first move it there.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. It didn't enter it, you moved it over it.
Okay.
If he ran into it, then it would count then. Or if he starts his turn there, it would count then. It essentially just gives them like a MacGuffin to be able to get out of it before they get smushed.
Got it.
It's the same thing as the spiritual guardians.
Alright, yep, I was just confused by that.
Except for it's a lot more of a fuck you because it's one person.
Yeah, and it's 2d10 radiant. You can, hey, guess what?
It hurts a
And
little
then Nell is going to move thine selves closer.
Alright. Alright, Thrain.
All right. It'll click to move the map. He's gonna point over at Darkwater and Loyalist 1. Because you really need to stop running away from me. As more bells ring out, Soul's dead.
Both save.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna walk right up to Darkwater.
Alright.
Then spiritual weapon. How far can I move you? Move up to 20 feet. So how?
6.
5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. I'm gonna move. Or, okay, I should be able to move this to 10, 15, 20. And swing. Wait, I was attacking. What?
You did not select him.
That's a hit.
Because I see. Hang on. Select me. Select that.
Nice.
Now he's dead. And it's because I had my spiritual weapon selected. Spiritual weapon doesn't have a character sheet that I can roll damage off of. So. And then bonus action, action movement. Yeah.
Alright. Lord Darkwater sees what's going on here, and he closes his eyes for a second, and when he opens his eyes and he looks back at you, Thrain, he's sort of looking you dead in the eyes. You see like a single tear rolling down his cheek, and he says, "Your contracts have been fulfilled."
So, he's starting his turn there now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, go ahead and do the save. He succeeds.
So that makes him do the half. See if it actually does that.
It should.
I don't think it did.
Did not.
Oh, I know, there it is. Half. Heavy.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Magic Rampage.
That's a lot of circles.
Did this man just meteor?
All right. Nell, I need you to give me a dex save, please. Roderick, I need you to give me 3 deck saves, please. That'll do.
1, 2, 3.
Those are all pretty fucking good. And then I need.
Oh, I should probably
Josiah
confirm
to
mine.
Give me a deck save. Yes, please. Always. Josiah deck save 14. And if I can grab Yarlith, deck save 16. Hey! Everybody rolled above the deck save, so you all only take half damage. That's the
No, I
good
don't.
news. What'd you say, Sin?
No, I don't.
No, you're fine. That's the good news. Bad news is
It's still a lot.
so do Nels first. 12
Oh,
points of fire damage. Hell,
that was for
fire
that was for
damage.
one.
That is for 1.
Ow, no. I hope you have enough spells for that revivify still thing.
See.
This is gonna be for Josiah. So it's gonna be half. So let me do this so you know what it is. True. 15 points of damage for Josiah.
So does even with his sanctuary and stuff, it
Sanctuary just prevents the act of attacking.
It does not protect against area effects.
got it.
So he will have to roll a con save and roll over a 15.
Oh yeah, I gotta roll a con save too, so I don't lose my moonbeam.
Yeah, you gotta roll over a 12. Moonbeam go by.
Boo.
This one will be for Yarlith.
So, okay. Keep that in
Yarlith.
mind.
Yarlith dies.
No.
Die dies?
Okay.
What's that?
Die dies or goes down dies?
It goes down.
Okay.
And then John.
Brace yourself.
I'm gonna do this all at once because this could be more dramatic.
It is a lot of dice.
Oh.
You only take 41. If it wasn't for the fact that you had already taken damage, that would not have got you.
As
If
Robert
you-
falls.
If he didn't save on all of those, he would be dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not quite. Not quite.
So let's go ahead
yes,
and
you
clear
would.
this mess up, and we're gonna go like this. But
He maintained.
he did. It's supposed to be 15, not 20. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So he says the contracts have been fulfilled, and you just see in unison. Desmond, you would have the best view of this as you're already looking in this direction. You would see a bright yellow light shine from each one of the body's eyes, and then you would see them just explode into this black and white fireball as viscera and bone and whatnot get tossed about the room. And when everything when everything clears, you see Roderick down, Yarlith down, all the guards except 2 down, and the rest of the party making their push towards Darkwater. All right. as a reaction, Darkwater is going to say, "Together." And as he does, they do nothing. And at the same time, he takes a swing at Thrain. All right. And they're going to use dash as an action. Yarlith fails their saving throw.
Oh no.
Desmond.
Yep. All right. Oh my God, Roderick. So Desmond is going to. Oh shit. Desmond is going to teleport here. Run here. Slide on his knees in the gore. Pull out the superior healing potion he has. Cradles Roderick's head and pours it in his mouth. Stay with me, buddy.
All right. It's always so hard I can get, man.
Doing this as an action. How do I roll it?
Because you're administering it to someone else, you just roll it like normal.
Okay. 8.
All right, 27 healing, not too shabby. How do I do this?
Yeah, I've been holding on to that one for a
This.
while.
And then this. Hey, it fucking worked.
And goodbye, potion of superior healing.
It was worth it.
I think so.
I don't.
I think it'd go for 5,000 gold, so maybe.
Is Roderick worth that much?
He can earn that much eventually.
He can. He can.
Mhm.
Y'all are kind of fucked up, huh?
I already did your whole dramatics. Now I can shit talk.
All right. Desmond, you are laying on the ground. You open your eyes. You see the walls, the ceiling covered in blood and gore. You look over and you see Desmond kneeling in just viscera, holding an empty vial of this big, elegant bottle.
Very confused about Desmond holding Desmond, but it's fine.
Oh, Desmond holding Roderick. It doesn't matter.
How that
We're all
works.
He does that
Everybody knows who I'm
sometimes.
talking about.
I
Yeah.
love when he does it, though. It brings me much joy.
Can't quit on me yet. Back up.
I hate this job.
The pay will make up for it. Help
Did
him
you
up.
say pay?
He's getting-
Money?
What the hell?
Well, anyways, I started blasting.
Right.
There's a clear line of sight between Roderick and Darkwater, isn't there?
More or less, yeah.
Have to find out.
Stop that.
I'm trying.
All right. Roderick, your turn. You will use 15 movement up. standing, unless you want to just kind of chill there, laying on the ground, with your legs kicking like a girl.
Gets up. What happened, Des?
Everything blew up.
How?
It's fine. We still gotta kill or incapacitate Darkwater.
Which one is he? He's like shaking his head and looking
Over
around.
there, everyone that's not Nell or Thrain, they need to die.
All right. What's this bubble above Roderick?
That's you see these dragons flying around and protecting Josiah.
In the nude.
Fuck. All right. Great. Sure. Might as well. Let's see. Does he have clear line of sight?
I would say for the most part, yeah. Technically, Nell is large, so she's like taking up like this much room, but like.
I'm more
Yeah.
focused on Loyalist 5 anyways, so
All right. He's like.
get him, babe.
So, as your shot rings out, and it hits Darkwater, he sort of looks over to his right, and as he does, you see this like kind of suck come off of the guard directly to his right. The guard's gonna use his reaction. And it's gonna negate 5 damage from that attack.
Neat trick. Can you do it twice?
So Darkwater is going to use his reaction to parry, which gives him a +2 AC, which makes that a miss. So the second shot, when you do it, he just kind of pulls his sword to the side, and you see it hit the bullet.
Damn.
That reaction time, though.
And without without saying anything, let's see, how far is that? Yeah, he'll be just inside range. Manifest his echo behind Darkwater, the square to the left of him there.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
It just so happened that Echo was the last NPC that I had typed into the box.
Does the echo provide flanking?
No. Yeah, the echo, spiritual weapon, stuff like that, those are considered objects, so
Oh.
they can't do flanking.
I didn't know what the echo was. Yeah, it acts like a person, so I asked if
Yeah.
it's a person.
They had to make it an object because it breaks too many things otherwise.
Gets abused.
Yeah.
Guard Loyalist 5 is going to disengage.
Pussy.
No.
Well, fine then. And gotta switch who I'm attacking to. Why is it still having me on him? Go away. Moving Shaw to behind him. And then we shall attack.
Hey, finally getting used to that ability enlargement. Never mind.
Anyway, so for my second attack, because I'm not high enough level to have 2 attacks now.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Hey, never mind.
Any bonus actions?
Mel doesn't get those really.
Thrain.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Loyalist 5. I'm gonna move down here. And then, would all three of them be affected by a 15-foot cone from me?
Burn again. At least that's the 15-foot cone that comes to mind. Nope. There goes my phone.
Yeah, I reckon you could make 15-foot work for all three of them.
Cool. Then, as I reach deep within myself, how do I do this? I can call upon the shadows. As I reach into my pocket, pull out just a bunch of sand, and I throw it in the air. As I use my Shadow Touch spell to cast Color Spray. So, what is it? I roll 6d10. This is how many hit points of creature. How many hit points of creatures a spell can affect? 18 hit points, going from highest to lowest. They are blinded until the spell ends, and they're subtracted. So, if Darkwater has more than 18 hit points, then it's wasted. Wait, those were the wrong dice. Hey, there we go. 36 hit points.
Starting with the creature with the lowest hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving to the creature with the next lowest.
So you don't have to tell me how much is left. I just
have to figure out how much is here. 1 and 5, right?
Yes, 1, 5, and then whatever left over towards Darkwater if there is enough to blind him.
And it has to be more hit points than they have?
Must be equal to or less than the remaining to be affected.
Darkwater would not be blinded. The other two would be.
Okay. So, boop and boop, and...
Did you put blinded on him already, or no?
I'm about to right now.
Okay, I was about to say I can do that if you need me to, but that works.
Boop and boop. Okay. And I don't think I have any more bonus actions. I mean, I do. Bring him up here. The more the merrier.
Alright.
Hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
For singing with my enlarged, what should it have done math-wise to me rolling to hit?
Nothing.
Nothing for
Yeah,
rolling
it's
to
that
hit, only for damage.
Defensively. Yeah.
Okay. I was just sitting there and I was like, wait, no, that is my bonus plus my attack mod, so I just wanted to be sure that it was...
You get extra
Correct.
damage when you're
Extra
dealing
damage.
melee damage, or if you do any kind of strength stuff, you get advantage on that.
Got it.
But Mel is like, let's cast spells.
I was pulled to the shield, and therefore I had to stand still, and things started running at the other people that I was not near with a shield. I followed my order to be a shield. You didn't say, go get him, Tiger. That'd have been different.
Give it to Thrain next time. Oh no, Thrain.
Is Thrain within 5 feet of me technically now?
Technically, yes. But
Disadvantage on that.
But the enemy's not within 5 feet of you. Isn't it the enemy?
I will read again. protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack.
Okay, I don't understand how that works, but I will go for it.
Like,
I can throw my shield in front of him is pretty much what it comes down to.
Okay. It still hits.
I tried.
No, that's good. That's good to remember that.
Party members using their kit is good.
mm-hmm.
All right. And Darnine casts Cure Wounds. All right. He kind of like, or she kind of leans forward and she touches Roderick's leg, and she like says something under her breath, and as she does, you feel this sort of cold sensation rush over you for a second, and then you just feel like your eyes dilate slightly as you like lock in on the direction that you're looking. She says, "Let your shot ring true." She casts guidance on you, so you can add a D4 to your next attack roll.
Okay.
Desmond.
D money.
That's what they call them.
So this is gonna be so fucking gamey. Alright, that's 10 feet.
I mean, if you would have just stepped over them, it'd have been the same thing. 10 feet.
I thought it would have been 10 feet.
Oh yeah, it'd have been 15 technically.
Mm-hmm. So then there's 20. Guard loyalist number 1. Let's take a shot. Yeah.
Hey.
At advantage. Why
Nice.
is that at advantage though?
Because he's blind.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Spray.
I have my +3.
The fuck
I
did you
didn't
just
know
hit him
Desmond.
with?
I didn't know Desmond could do that much.
I mean, it's a crit, so kablamo.
Oh, that's right, because we
That
just
green fire
everything
flies past us.
leveled up at level 5, so he's 2d10.
God
Alright.
damn.
So yeah.
Wait,
It's
that
fucking-
even then that didn't roll right, because that should have been 20 base.
yeah,
and that,
only the first one rolled at full damage, not the second one.
Did you change the actual spell to 2d10?
I did.
So yeah, the improved critical max, it should have been 20.
Yeah, so it should have been an extra
8
6 damage,
for,
35.
so-
Mhm.
I mean, not that it's necessary. Or anything, but
I mean, embarrassed to say.
Daddy, no.
I'm learning things as we go.
I'll have to figure out why I didn't roll right on here, though.
Proud of little Desmond. All right. Fires off a blast. Kind of like as he lets it go, his arm like gets kicked back from the recoil. Then moves back down to give Roderick line of sight. That's his turn.
I'm not helping much.
Robert.
Hey, Looks at Desmond as he's standing back with.
Hands
yeah,
still
man.
smoking.
It's like, guess it's my turn.
I feel like after Desmond did so much, Desmond's hands would be shaking.
Right. I think it's the most he's done fucking in any combat. All of his combats combined.
It might be.
He's real mad at Darkwater, huh?
35 damage. in
I
one
think
shot?
that's more damage than he's ever done.
Okay. So this is this truth. It's only to hit, right?
Yeah.
Not damage.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
And if you're aiming
So-
at Darkwater, do -2 because you do have shoot over Thrain.
Step out of the way.
Where's Thraid?
What do you mean where's Thrain? Are you shooting at Darkwater?
Okay, my arrow was over him.
See, your arrow's going straight through him. That's an indication he may be in the way. So you can do a
Alright.
+2 then, because you got a
Yeah.
4 on your roll.
Yeah. Boom. No, not 42. Holy shit.
I mean, could be fun.
You
Plus
pull out the
42 to hit.
cannon.
Pretty sure it's a guaranteed hit if it's a +42,
Might be.
unless you roll a 1.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're trying to make sure you don't hit Thrain. You got to aim a little bit, and the shot ring's just a little bit too high. It like puts out one of the candles on the candelabra behind him.
Alright. He closes the other eye, flips his gun, shoots with the other hand.
This one will just be a -2.
Alright.
Wait, does Guidance do 1?
Yeah, about to say, shouldn't he be getting the guidances?
And his next attack.
Yeah, it's
or
just
next-
1. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So the second shot hits the wall behind him. Ping.
Well. Alright. That's his turn.
All right.
The dice were not on his side today.
No echo stuff.
Guard loyalist, but he can only do echo if he gets a hit.
Oh.
Guard
boring.
loyalist is gonna take the defensive action.
Because he's blind right now.
Yup. Nell, your turn.
Hey, motherfucker.
He's gonna use his reaction to parry that. Never mind. He's not gonna use
Okay.
his reaction to parry that. It's too high. That's a hit. You're good.
And we're gonna bump a divine smite in there, so that's an additional 2d8 that I will be throwing on there. I just do this, and then I do that.
Wham. Yeah. So
Okay.
you hit him, and he drops to a knee. And he looks at you, and he says, "Once a peasant, always a peasant."
And now you die for what you have done to my people. And I know it says he's dying, but Nell is not a happy being at the moment.
I'm gonna try to stop now, if possible.
You're in combat still, sweetie.
I'm just saying.
As the overkill of grabbing the shoulder of him while he's on the knee and taking the sword and just putting straight through his fucking chest.
Sure, give me another damage roll.
Another damage roll. I'm not even just gonna bother with the attack.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to roll the attack and.
I don't want
that
to.
one. So you're shoving your blade through his face?
No, his chest, like
His
right where
chest,
his heart
okay.
is.
Okay. Yeah. So you grab him and you stick him through with the blade, and he kind of falls limp on the sword. And you see like his blood just start slowly trickling down the blade, like into the grooves of the blade. And then you see it just go and suck back in, and you feel a hand grab your wrist. As you look at him and he's staring at you, his eyes glowing solid yellow. And you see him tear out of his own flesh as he stands.
Big. Now, the cursed.
And you see his limbs and everything elongate as he stretches, basically like someone took him and stretched him a couple extra feet. And you see these long gangly nails coming out of his hands as he says, "My countess, my one last favor."
Who's bigger, Nail or Darkwater?
Probably Nell still, because I think Nell's probably bigger than...
I'm 11
normal
feet at the
size.
moment.
So we'll say he's 10 feet.
So what we're saying is I'm about to smash my forehead into him. I'm kidding.
What's Nell do seeing this?
Did my sword get removed from the chest when this happened?
Yeah.
Or
when
is
he
it
grabbed
still
your
in
wrist,
there?
When he grabbed your wrist, he pulled it out.
Okay. Alright. Let's party.
Alright.
Just as ready to continue to fucking come at him.
Alright. At the end of Nell's turn, he is going to use a legendary action.
We all level 5, sir.
Yes. And he reaches behind him, grabs the guard that's left, and he is going to, first of all, swing at Nell with this guard.
No.
I'm gonna beat one motherfucker with another motherfucker!
Make me miss my boy Smoke.
And
I miss smoke.
he basically like swings his body, and you're able to easily block this as you see this human-sized
Just
weapon
the
being
shield.
used.
Boom!
And then he says, "Your contracts have been fulfilled." Nell and Thrain, I need you both to make 2 dex saving throws, please.
Those dice are so fitting for Thrain.
So one's gonna be at half damage, Nell. One's gonna be at full. Nell. Both are at full damage.
Mhm.
Oh.
So I would like to say at this time that we do have 2 golden d20s.
That is a good reminder. I would like to use at least one of them.
Sure, you may do so.
Boo.
Yes. I'm just going to first adjust my dice.
And for some reason, my d20 thing just does not work now. The command just decided, nah.
It was just
Yeah.
a negative one that doesn't work.
Yeah, it's just a negative. Positive works just fine. All right,
Hmm.
you just barely saved. So you got one that did not and one that did.
That's okay. One that did not, one that did is safer.
Did you re-roll the 8 or the 12? We'll say the
Guess the
12 since
8.
how it was the second one anyway. So
Okay.
this first one will be full damage for Nell, half damage for Thrain. Make sure that this is No, I had it backwards. Okay. 30 points to Nell.
Damn.
Apparently, we never removed Moonbane concentration.
We just, mentally knew it was there.
Yep, and then half as much to Thrain.
I'm down.
And because you are down, that means that you take the second fireball at full damage.
Oh, fuck.
That's 2. Isn't that? Oh, I see. Yeah.
No, just adds
Oh,
a fail to your.
that's one. Just one fail.
Yeah, that's just one
Yeah.
fail.
Down now goes.
All right, and Thrain, you have 1 fail to your death save.
Oh, and my turn, so I succeeded that save. Cool.
And this fucking guy is gone. Okay. All right. This is so fucking perfect. I couldn't have planned this any better. Roderick. He points one of his long, gangly fingers at you, and he says, "You will grovel before me, you peasant. I'm gonna need you to give me a intelligence saving throw." And you may
Josian, my man, I'm gonna need you to walk closer to this guy.
You may utilize your advantage on intelligence-based saving throws that you got from your minor blessing 1 time per short rest, if you would like to do so.
I will use it.
All right.
Hell yeah.
It is a 15 DC you need to save against.
There we go.
Oh!
Hey.
Damn.
Tell you what though. On a failed saving throw, the creature's intelligence and charisma score become 1. Just so you know.
That might have been an improvement.
But unfortunately, you still take the damage. You take 13 psychic damage.
All right.
And then he is going to come running over this way.
Desmond, he wants a hug.
Darneen is going to cast Guidance on Roderick. Yarlis is going to take the defense action.
Josiah doesn't fucking care.
All right. Desmond is going to poof away to here. Kneeling down, one hand on Nell's shoulder once again. And do I have this on? I do. And as he's looking at Darkwater and healing Nell, he calls out, "A disgrace to your race and your title."
Damn.
And he has, where is it? I used all of them, so it's gone. There it is. All right, that's his turn. Actually, let's cower.
Take shelter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We got a map. I'm using it. Can I kick this chair to be slanted a little bit more in the direction of dark water?
Sure.
So, like, the part that you lean against is going to be like directly
Shielding.
in between. Yeah. So he says that, goes behind a chair, then you hear.
All right. And Roderick, your turn. You do not have to worry about a -2 from the guy that's in front of you because he has never gotten up from his prone. He is in a kneeling position when he was casting all the spells.
Oh, thought he was on his back. Just
No,
going
no,
out hand
on-
signs.
Guidance.
And you do have guidance, so anything you're doing, you get to do with that D4. Well, one thing you're doing, you get to do with that D4.
All right. Oh, is it an automatic D4 or I gotta roll the D4?
You gotta roll the D4.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with that.
2 for 2.
Nice.
Cool. And okay. He is going to lean over to Darneen and says, "Go for the door that we came in. Alert as many guards as you can of what's going on. And we're gonna target this dick. And first shot.
A hit.
A 10 hits. All you need is a 10. Wait, that's
a
what
23.
No.
And for the second one, he's gonna use that little trinket thing.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it makes it 10.
Makes it an automatic 10 on your roll, then you get whatever plus you have for your attack.
So it'll be a 13 again. I'm sorry, not
No.
13, 23 again.
Yeah, so you might want to roll it just in case.
Okay. All right. And then,
Don't even need it.
All right. Is that a free action to use that, Sin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. Then as a bonus action, let's see, other Roderick's gonna be like, he's gonna like whistle over to Roderick, and then he like makes this like gesture, and he's like, what? And then they swap spots. Roderick's like, what the fuck?
Can we tell
And
the
that's his
difference
turn.
other than one holding blades and one holding the daggers?
There's a slight color difference from what Cliff described before. Like the echo is more grayish.
Yeah, like think of like how an image would look in a mirror, like a clouded mirror.
Mm.
All right. Nell, you are prone.
Nell is going to reach into their pack and grab their potion of greater healing to put into Thrain's mouth. And is it a regular? Would it just be a? Is it an action to just give it to him? But it would have to be action, bonus action for full. Yes.
It's just an action to give it to him.
I think they're trying to ask if action
We'll
bonus
give him
action
the
is-
full health.
No, we're not doing that.
You
That's a little bit too wonky.
okay? That then. So as my action, my potion of greater healing, which is
4d4 plus 4.
yeah. So
Is Nell still giant?
big no.
This is a giant potion bottle that he.
Hold
Oh, fuck! I'm awake! I'm awake!
Just washes Thrain away.
How would that work?
Heal that man for 15.
Yep.
No,
And are
I'm
you
going.
gonna use your half your movement to stand up, or are you gonna stay prone?
I sure am.
Okay.
I'm just removing the greater healing potion from my list.
Oh, that's right. Spiritual weapons, not concentration.
Nope.
You still have the ability to move that.
Mhm.
But yes, now we'll use half the movement to stand.
Okay.
And the other half to close that distance.
Okay.
It's too bad I don't have any other health potions, even though Nell's been making them. I guess I've been passing them out, but not keeping any. Because I was gonna be like, and then as my bonus action, I take a fucking sip myself, but I don't have them.
What
So
is
no bonus actions.
Isn't lay on hands bonus?
Is it?
I
I
don't
think
remember.
that's a standard
I
action.
think it's an action as well.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was an action.
Yeah, it's an action.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah, Nell's
paladin.
just closing the distance and being prepared to fight this motherfucker. Keep
All right.
him
Great.
away from their friends.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up. So 25 feet of movement. So that's what, 15?
14. Yeah.
So 50, okay, so I have 10 feet left. Okay. I'm gonna instead bonus action, spiritual weapon there. And click on me again. Go like this. Like that. Okay. Bonus action. Then. Now, which one do I want to use?
I don't know. Which one do you want to use?
I'm gonna like, okay. We will use this one since it's guaranteed. Ish. So, and then I'm going to cast at 3rd level. I need that back so I can actually cast it. Guiding Bolt.
Yes. Yes!
Okay. So, and this gets increased by 1d6 for every level above
Hold on a second.
seconds.
I'm gonna pull a dickhead move on you here. We've already established that both Nell and Darkwater are like the same size.
Then, knowing that, I would step to the side so I have clear line of sight
Okay. Which side you
So,
step to?
towards
Well,
Josiah.
move your character. What do you mean? You just do it. You don't gotta tell me.
Sorry, I had
No.
dice in my hand
What do you have dice in your hand?
because I was trying to roll damage.
Dyson is cursor.
Gotcha. That makes more sense. God damn.
And boom.
Fuck yeah.
All right. As a bonus action, he is going to disengage. You are going to see him make a crouching move, and you see these wings tear out from his back. He jumps 20 feet into the air.
Hits the ceiling.
Like a fucking pigeon.
He lands directly next to Desmond. He grabs Desmond and lifts him and says, I will show you an embarrassment to one's kind. Desmond, I need you to make me a DC 15 charisma save or be banished.
Charisma.
Yes.
Oh no!
You have one
Oh
more
no!
golden D20 left if you want to use it.
Des, no!
All right, let's try it.
So, fuck you,
Need a
man.
16.
Believe in you.
And as he says, I'll show you how to be an embarrassment to one's kind, you see him just make like a motion, and as he does, you see this green dust hit the ground, and Desmond is gone. And then
Stop getting banished right now.
Oh, I knew it. Nell thinks he's dead.
and then he runs up, pushing the chair that Desmond moved out of the way as he runs over to Roderick.
Shoot him in the dick, Roderick. Right up the pee-pee hole.
Wow.
No cheap shots, damn.
As Desmond was falling, you see him turn to the group, reaching out an arm before he poofed.
Oh.
Roderick.
All right.
Roderick, yeah, actually, you know what? I like that idea.
Um,
Go ahead and give me an intelligence roll. You don't get to use your advantage this time.
Nell shrinketh.
No shrinketh. Remain large.
You don't know why you know this, but you've heard of some of the warlocks in your town talk about banishment, and the way that he did this makes you believe that he just banished Desmond.
Okay.
Do with that information as you will.
Okay. So knowing that he is going to shoot this motherfucker.
Mhm.
I
You also-
didn't know that he was going to shoot that motherfucker. It doesn't matter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
He's going to more calmly shoot the motherfucker.
Wait, why did?
Because
what
of
the
me,
hell?
don't worry, you have advantage. Show. Because of my last attack.
Oh, so that was on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to give him back. Ooh. Confirming.
Right up the pee-pee hole.
Oh! I need one more.
Hold on.
I need one more.
This feels like it just gets
Oh,
maxed
see how
out.
close that was?
So I was just gonna say, John, I'm gonna be a dick and use a legendary resistance. But because you rolled 2 20s, I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna take that from you.
Much appreciated.
I will say this. What's this look like when you finish him off?
Oh, he's like, That's my Desmond. He flips both guns and just pow pow, just shoot both of them in the air, and just one through the first eye, one through the second eye. As he just like watches him tilt down and fall, and he holsters his guns before he actually lands.
Yeah, so you hear the body thud, and as he's falling, you see him like shrinking back down to his normal form. And then you see, as his body hits the ground, these two black hands reach out from the ground, wrap around him, and pull down. And you see his body just into the ground. And as you look around this battlefield, you see just the carnage. You get a second to actually stop and look, and there's just blood and viscera from everything that's happened here. But yet, no bodies really to even say anything for.
I would say that probably his concentration's broken for banish.
For what?
For banishment.
For banish.
I think that breaks concentration.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just maybe.
I'm assuming that Desmond's gonna be on the ground behind the chair, and Nell won't be able to see them as they're falling to their knees, screaming. It just utter agony and heartbreak of Desmond dying, according to them.
So if he maintained the spell for the entire minute, Desmond would be permanently banished.
Yes.
Unless this is some weird hag type of banish.
No, so Desmond,
Mm-hmm.
for roughly 6 seconds, you find yourself standing in the center of your castle at home. You tell me, during that time in there, would anybody have noticed you?
Center castle, maybe a keeper.
Think about, like, when you were sent here, like, where they would have sent you from. Because I assume you were sent from some magical means. You didn't just, like, traverse the Shadowfell.
Alright. So, his mentor then. Where is this fool's name? Why are these small? Professor Warren. Since I would be in or near his quarters.
So he would see your incapacitated body. How would he react to that?
He would probably come check vitals. If vitals were low, do some kind of medical aid. But like at the same time yell out for either guards or help.
Yeah, so you would appear, he would see you, and he would come rushing over to you, and by the time he like gets a chance to kneel down to even do anything, you pop back. So whoever was there, like if you were Nell, if you were running towards where Desmond was at when he got turned into green dust, you would just see just a, and Desmond would be just laying there on the ground again.
Nell had already, the second they saw Darkwater was falling, just crumbled into themselves, wailing, crying on the ground.
Broderick is like, but no, wait, I think. All right, I'm gonna let you.
just unable to do anything really for themselves right now, just weeping, believing that Desmond is dead.
So Desmond, you would appear back, look to where Darkwater was. There's no sign of Darkwater whatsoever. You would see Roderick probably standing there like,
Bang, bang, bang.
and Nell on the ground crying. What would you do?
You like get up and dust himself off. Look at Roderick. We got him, right?
Yeah, we got him.
Let's just do a perception check.
I got one better. You don't even need to.
Okay.
You see Nell on the ground crying. What's the first thing that you would say to Nell?
Desmond?
Yeah.
Desmond will start like jogging over to Nell, like a healing spell like prepped in hand, ready to like look at whoever's in need. What did I miss? What's going on? Fizzle out spell.
I thought you were gone!
I was. I'm probably in trouble.
Releases. They're just like looking him over completely like, no, I thought you were gone. I thought he disintegrated you.
No one touched me. I'm okay.
Roderick was like, I got blown up back. I don't know if you saw. I'm okay too. No, all right, never mind.
You're up and moving though. He fizzled from existence. I don't even. How are you here?
He banished me.
Oh my god. Oh fuck. It's way less than I thought happened.
And you hear the clanking of armored boots as the guard come rushing in from Darneen and Yarlith going to get them. And you see a small squadron appear, weapons ready.
Desmond's gonna like look over at everyone and walk over to Josiah and heal him up because he looks a little blown up even though he's holding his concentration.
It's a tad bit blown up.
Yeah.
Just, Thrain is confused on why Nell's acting the way Nell's acting.
Nell doesn't know about banishment. Nell is not smart.
Well,
Brandon
no.
didn't see anything.
Thrain didn't see shit.
Yeah.
There was a
No.
wall there.
Nell needs a little bit of more work on her paladin specific.
Nell is 75% dead right now, okay?
Hey, Max heal for Josiah.
Nell
As
looks
you-
like shit.
As you heal Josiah, his spiritual guardians drop and he drops to his knees. And that's where we're gonna end it at for the night. Let me get rid
I'll
of
be
this,
honest. Thrain is just laying there exhausted.
Now it's my turn for a fight where I didn't get touched. Took a note from Thrain on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But he got lifted, then yeet, but he didn't get touched.
Cross-dimensionally yeet. I think that's
Right.
A
He
little
was
bit of
yelling.
whiplash.
all right. Well, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Cordelia, thanks for the interactions. They
Yes.
actually came in useful. So
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
appreciate the everything.
Yes.
yes.
I will say, Streamloots cards have more fun with them too.
Oh, absolutely. Streamloots are great.
And on that note, let's see who we can raid out to. These guys have a really nice layout, but they got 36 people watching them, so they don't need us.
Combat is so fun when you can actually Do shit.
reserved.
We're gonna raid out to King Nothing Live for no other reason than I really like their layout. Yes, I do make shallow decisions like that. So next week will be an off night for Amethil, but we will be trying a new campaign that Sin will be hosting. That is a homebrew world of his making. So that'll be a thing for next week. And any of the weeks where we have carps, so the LARPing stuff that that most the members do, half the members do. Anytime we have that, which will be like once a month, we will be doing the secondary campaign. So we won't have to take any D&D breaks, and we can, you know, make our drug-addled withdrawals go away. So yeah, next week, new campaign starts, which will be a monthly campaign. And then the week after that, we'll be back for more Adventures from Amethil. So thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful weekend.
But yeah, he sits down and says,